So earnings are out. Mixed for the quarter again, and basically everything's down. Disney Plus is down. Parks are down, especially in Florida. Movies are down. Uh, it's not good, Joel. It's not good. There's rumors that that Bob has been going to therapy, to stress therapy, because it's too much, and they're in a tough spot. Um, I did see this week that the Apple rumors are kind of getting traction again, and it's kind of like a mix of what I predicted, right? It's like they're gonna offload and sell, and that's the rumor. They're gonna start offloading this stuff. Um, Allegedly, one of the major leagues has interest in going into partnering and for ESPN, and they may keep that around, but it sounds like it may be a thing that we may hear in the next year and a half, as I predicted. So, but yeah, Joel, take us through the report that was posted.
Oh my gosh, it is not a good report at all, like you said. I actually went and, I like to read the articles, but I also like to, for myself, just kind of look through the actual earnings report. It was a 19 page, and it's publicly, it's on their website. I have it up in front of me right now. Um, but the main breakdown is like you were saying, Obed. There has been only very few positives, and most of that is like the Disney Cruise Line. I don't know if you saw that, Obed, that had some good earnings there.
Yep.
But in general, we do see that the parks are still on a negative trajectory. So it counts under the parks and experiences, but it's still not technically looking that good. Also, we got to see that when it comes to from positive standpoints at least, we also got to see that the Avatar has been obviously one of their biggest hits ever on their their streaming side, which it was big in the theaters. So obviously the hype is still carrying on from home worldwide. So that was a positive. But as it pertains to the negatives, look, they are basically saying they are trying to slash costs as much as they can. They are trying to cut literally $5.5 billion in costs. So they're raising prices on Disney Plus, Obed.
$3, bro.
13 it's crazy, man.
It's a lot of
Thirteen
money.
ninety nine a month for the ad-free plan, up from 10.99. That is just that's literally now we're past that, or we're at least double what it was at launch,
I'm
what the
probably just gonna
price was for the
downgrade.
month. That is crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Honestly,
How do you raise it that much and you have less of a product?
yeah, I'm probably gonna downgrade. Get the
Yeah.
ads. I'll suffer the ads. I
Oh,
don't
sure.
care. And
I thought of doing the Hulu bundle, like bundling it
so
together. I've
yeah,
thought
I
about it.
I had
Because I
a
think you get ESPN with it, with two.
yeah, one of my credit cards sent me a discount for a year if I do the bundle. I may take advantage of that now that the prices are going up
Right.
and
Like that
sign
might
up
be
for that.
worth,
Yeah, but
dishing it out for that there.
bro, it's like again, it's like now they're nickeling and diming at me at home. It's like
Yeah,
I don't even
dude.
have to go to the park to get nickel and dimed.
They'll come to your door.
Yeah, what the
But
heck?
like the thing too that was interesting in the report is then they also listed like upcoming projects. You probably saw this too, Obed, of just saying like, oh, these are key titles that we're looking forward to. And two big ones were missing that were on the original ones before. One being Skeleton Crew. So that's not on there at all, saying that's coming out this year. I didn't
Mm.
think it would be because we hadn't heard, but I mean, it was hyped up at Celebration as this is the next one. So that's completely moved. And then even more of an interesting factor was Echo was removed, not at all on that list of upcoming slates as well, which was supposed to be like I think a test run of them just launching all 6 episodes at one time around the holidays. So clearly the effects of Secret Invasion, they are holding off. That's when you start to wonder, are they going to can a show like that? I don't know, man.
Ah, yeah. that was interesting. That Echo's not part of the. Maybe they're just writing it off. Maybe they have
I
no.
mean, you had supposedly Daredevil making a cameo in and all this, and not going to be enough.
They're writing it off, dude. They're like
Yeah, dude.
they don't care. It's again this baffling choices and all this stuff happening. I just don't understand. So, um,
But Skeleton Crew, that's interesting too,
yeah,
because I mean, that's another Star Wars property that's just being taken off
that actually
from the
sounded more
launch.
interesting than the acolyte, to be honest with you. Like
It did. It
based
did.
on on the stuff that we saw and we heard. So,
Director of the Spider-Man last franchise
hmm
trilogy.
yeah,
So, you know.
yeah. So, man, I don't know. So you know that this is a big deal, right? Because my parents were here Sunday, and my dad's telling me about it. It's like, hey, you do you hear that the people this year didn't go to Disney that much because prices are too high? And I was like, yeah, I've been talking about that for a while now. It's like, so that's how you know, right? It's like when some people that have no interest in what we're talking about that they hear about it. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah.
So I it's parks. I mean, I can see both things happening right now, right? They at least here in Florida, there was the weather has been horrendous, right? And I don't blame people for not wanting to come. It's been,
I
I've
don't
been
I
here.
have an
I've
annual
been here.
pass. I'm not going,
I've
dude.
been here for 20 years, and I have never seen like heat like this. It's insane. I don't know, right? And I know I wouldn't go with the weather how it is, right? And that's me loving the product. So uh, I don't blame people for not wanting to come because of that. I don't blame people not wanting to come because of other stuff that's happening, right? That it's probably a conversation for a different podcast, but I get it. I get it. It's unfortunate that you don't want to come, right? Because I think that you, the people that put the effort that make the experience happen at the parks and at the Disney resorts are the best in the business, and they're not at fault at for what's happening externally, and other things that again I'm not going to talk about, but it's unfortunate that they don't want to come, right? It affects us too, like indirectly, right, because of tax money and all that. But it's it's been interesting. So I'm wondering if once we figure out if Florida's gonna still be like not gonna be underwater in the next 3 4 years. Also, if that person leaves forever and never comes back, and Disney can go back to do business as usual, um,
But
that
let's be honest. The product has been suffering before the policies.
yeah. No, no, no,
So
no.
it doesn't help, is I think.
That's two, right? But
Yeah.
then Bob already said it, right? It's too expensive. You go in, there's still a crater at Epcot,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah, dude.
like it's like I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Epcot again until everything's done.
Which that was in the update. They did say still fall 2023. Uh, the World Experience Epcot thing is going to open up, and the Moana is opening up this year,
Like
fall this year.
it's
That's what they're
in
saying on the
it's in
report just yesterday.
bro. Okay, I'm gonna put something in perspective for you, sir. Tron opened a couple months ago, right? 3 months
Right,
ago.
right. Summer, yep.
They built it's one ride, one flipping ride. Universal's is building an entire theme park and resort in less time than it took you to build the one ride.
Right.
And I know the logistics of it, right? You gotta close the train tracks and reroute and change guest pathways. It's easier when you have a blank slate like Universal because they have blank slate. They can do whatever they need to do, right? I know the logistics of it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, guys, like honestly, and they're just taking too dang long and just trying to to fix their rights and rights are broken and I heard the other day at Magic Kingdom like everything was down like what
Oh, that happens a
again
lot. Yeah.
it's like Pirates was down all day and Haunted Mansion kept going down and it was hot and it was miserable for everyone and yeah I don't know I yeah. I mean, the quality has been suffering for a few years now, but when you
Yeah.
add those two things on top of it, then you have something like what happened, like on the report.
Like
And
literally 2017 to 2019, dude, was like to me golden age of like the parks. Like they had such an opportunity. I'm not saying all time. I'm just saying like of recent history at least.
yeah,
They were on such a great trajectory. Then here comes Rona and it's just been insane to see what
and
has been
Bob,
happening here. Right, right. Well, that was a catalyst to multiple. I mean, it just kept
and Bob too,
bad news after bad
evil
news.
Bob,
Just
whatever you want
incredible.
to call him,
Evil Bob.
evil Bob.
I see like the Kermit meme, like the two Kermit's like, and
Yeah, yeah,
that's how it felt, you
yeah.
know. Good and the bad one.
It's just like Majin Buu when he was split the evil Boo and the good Boo. This is the
Yeah.
good Bob and the evil Bob, and the evil Bob absorbed the good Bob and became Super Bob, and now he came back, and he's trying to fix things, but not really. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so
So
frustrated.
supposedly that was one of the reports that I was reading with Hollywood Reporter, basically saying like how yes, it is extremely a real possibility more than ever about the Apple thing, which you had predicted. So if it happens, that's big. You said if it doesn't, you'll eat shrimp next year. So we'll see.
Was it
But
pineapple pizza?
or pineapple pizza, that's what it was. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is in writing, so sorry. Um, but uh, but yeah, like supposedly the one main thing is that Iger is the one who is saying no to that. Like he's being dismissive of it. So if he switches, like the moment if he goes, okay, let's talk about it, that would be the moment that it probably happens where Apple comes in and actually does it.
Mm,
So at least for right now, he's keeping up the let me try and save this on my back right now. At least that's what the reports are saying.
yeah,
And that makes sense. I could see that. Like right out end of 2023 with plans you already have in place and have a vision for 2024 and kind of see where that leads.
yeah. Strange times, sir.
Yeah, man.
It's all very, very strange. I'm still trying to figure out what some of those choices that got them where they are right now started. But yeah, but we already took a pretty smart guess to where it started. But
Mm,
it's tough, dude.
so
I don't. I hate to see them in this position, but they asked for it. It's like
it's redeemable. It's redeemable for
yeah, yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but it's just what
Uh,
the
to to
consequences
which extent, right? Because I was like,
for
what if
lack
Apple
of
swoop?
vision
Oh
consequences.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if Apple comes in and swoops in and I don't want to say saves them, right? Because they can again, it's like you said, it's redeemable, right?
Yeah.
But if they can't get out of the hole, then someone's got to come in and get and pull you out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. It's I don't know. I may go back to to or actually go to the ad supported Disney Plus because it's
I mean, save yourself that extra bucks. I don't blame you.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot.